Welcome back. And if this is your first time here, I'm really glad you found your way to this episode. This is episode 2, and today we're talking about something that can quietly take over your thoughts, your emotions, and your sense of direction: getting over a breakup. The purpose of this episode isn't to rush you into moving on. It's to help you understand what you're feeling, to steady yourself emotionally, and to give you 5 real, grounded ways to begin letting go without losing who you are. By the end of this episode, you might not feel completely healed, and that's okay. What I hope is that you feel more anchored, less alone, and more capable of navigating the days ahead. So wherever you are right now, take a breath. You don't need to fix anything. You just need to listen. Breakups don't just end relationships. They interrupt routines, identities, and futures we imagined. They leave space where something meaningful once lived. And even if the relationship wasn't perfect, the loss can still hurt deeply. If you're feeling confused, heavy, or emotionally tired, there's nothing wrong with you. That's a human response to loss. Let's talk about the first way. Weigh in. Stop fighting the grief. Let it exist. A lot of people try to heal by pushing the pain away, by staying busy, by distracting themselves, by telling themselves they shouldn't feel this much. But grief doesn't disappear when it's ignored. It waits. A breakup is a loss, and loss needs space to be felt. That doesn't mean drowning in it. It means allowing yourself to acknowledge the sadness, the anger, the disappointment, without turning those feelings into a judgment about yourself. Ask yourself gently, what am I actually grieving right now? The person, the connection, or the version of the future I imagined? Let that question sit. You don't need an answer right away. Healing begins when you stop telling yourself you shouldn't hurt. Way 2, separate the breakup from your self-worth. Breakups have a way of turning inward. You replay conversations. You analyze what you could have done differently. You wonder why you weren't enough to make it work. But a relationship ending does not mean you are flawed. 2 people can care deeply and still not be right for each other long term. That doesn't cancel the love. It doesn't erase the effort. And it doesn't define your value. When you notice your thoughts turning harsh, try pausing and asking, would I say this to someone I love? If the answer is no, that's your cue to soften. You're hurting, not failing. Way 3. Accept that healing doesn't follow a straight line. One day you feel okay. The next day, a song, a memory, or a quiet moment hits you out of nowhere. That doesn't mean you're going backwards. Healing is not a straight path. It's a gradual release. Some days are lighter. Some days feel heavy again. Both are part of the process. Progress isn't measured by how little you think about them. It's measured by how gently you treat yourself when you do. If today feels harder than yesterday, that doesn't erase the work you've done. It just means you're human. Now let me pause here for a moment. If this kind of conversation helps, if it feels grounding or comforting, I want to invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, SNSR Flow. This channel is here for moments like this. Short form, podcast style support for breakups, healing, and emotional growth without pressure or judgment. Subscribing just helps make sure these episodes reach you when you need them. All right, let's continue. Way 4, rebuild your sense of self slowly. After a breakup, it's common to feel like you don't quite know who you are anymore. When someone has been part of your daily life, your identity can get intertwined with theirs. So the question becomes, who am I now? That question isn't scary. It's an opening. You don't need to reinvent yourself overnight. You just need to begin reconnecting with parts of yourself that may have gone quiet. What did you enjoy before the relationship? What felt like you? What did you stop doing just because it didn't fit anymore? Start small. One interest, one habit, one moment that feels familiar. You're not starting from nothing. You're coming back to yourself. Way 5, trust that this ending isn't the end of your story. This is often the hardest part. Breakups can make the future feel small, empty, or uncertain. You might worry that you missed your chance, that you won't feel that connection again, that something important slipped away. But what you're really missing isn't certainty, it's familiarity. And unfamiliar doesn't mean worse. It just means unknown. You don't have to believe everything happens for a reason. You just have to trust that your life didn't stop here. Something ended, but you didn't. As we start to wrap up, I want to remind you of this. You are not weak for still caring. You are not behind because healing takes time.